All right, we want to give our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yamshah, Bashem Kakodash. We want to give double honors to the Apostle J. Master Rosewell. Peace, blessing, salutation to Yakim, Yakwaf, tuning in. This is just something to think about. We know this image here is Cesare Borgia. This has been the image that has been erected since the Renaissance. Goes into Esau's white supremacy, which Esau, you read. Matter of fact, let me just get it. Lord's will, I'm not gonna try not to make this video too long. Paint the image of his likeness. It says, First Maccabees 3:48, and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. And this is what you get. Now, in the scriptures, Revelation 1, KJV. This is what John the Revelator saw. 1 and go to 13. Something just to think about. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot. Because you have Edomites and people that come up talk shit, Middle Eastern. They always got so much to say, especially Edomites. It was no problem when Cesare Borgia, so-called white Jesus, was up there for centuries, all in the churches, on TV, in your minds. It's never a problem. But ever since we're out there proclaiming the truth, now all of a sudden it's a problem, Now people want to say and talk shit and scorn. But continue. It says, clothed with the garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle, the dress wear back in that time. His head and his hair were white like wool, meaning his facial hairs and his head on top of his hair, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, because the Lord drank wine. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. And it tells you how you can tell that he had a deep, raspy voice, and it tells you in the script that he spoke with authority. And going back to it says his feet, and if you see somebody's feet, that represents the rest of your body. So who is this right here? That says Cesare Borgia. Now, I'm going to bring out an account in the scriptures that it doesn't make sense. We all know, if you got any sense, what color were the ancient Egyptians. And there's no way in hell that the Lord himself or his family could have hidden amongst the Egyptians if he looked like this. These other accounts, you have, Joseph while he was in Egypt. You have Moses and so forth. You have the account about Miriam. So it goes on. It's funny, I was actually trying to find pictures of ancient Egyptians, and I found it kind of funny that I couldn't even find none. I couldn't really find a genuine picture. And I tried to look up some websites that, pretty much just go into it, but I couldn't find it. I wonder why. Because, the thing about it, Esau doesn't want you to have a mind. And, Esau wants to destroy your mind. But this is Matthew 2 and 13. It says, and when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child. Matter of fact, let me get it. Matthew 2 and 1. Now when Yahushua was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. When Herod the great, so like when Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Yahushua should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, and thou Bethlehem, before times. And thou Bethlehem, that's why you got to read the Old Testament. The Old Testament talks of the coming of Yahushua to save his people. That was a cut on, the Old Testament Israelites. When they said unto him, Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it was written by the prophet, and thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are not the least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. And when you look at the tribe of Judah, that's where Hebrews 7:14 is evident that the Lord sprung out of Judah. That's why when we go to the 12 tribe chart, we know that Judah are the so-called blacks that came over in a slave trade. You also had Benjamin, the West Indians, and Levi, the so-called Haitians. And that's why when we look at the Jews, those people that's claiming that they're Jewish, that's why we know that they're frauds. One evident is that they're not in captivity, they have money, they don't fit the curses. Another thing, they're not so-called blacks. And we know due to all this our people messing with different nations. It's clear. Not all of Judah look like Wesley Snipes now. But y'all get the point. So that Sezwe Borgia is ruled out out of Salaki. Then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared, and he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young child, and when he have found him, bring me word again that I may come and worship him also. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, and frankincense, and myrrh. And being warned of Yahweh in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. And when they were but departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt. And was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coasts thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. Then was filled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, it was all about, prophecy. But let me see something real quick. How long was Jesus? Jesus. How long was Jesus in Egypt until Herod died? Let's see. So 3 years. And again, so if there's no way that Joseph, Mary, and Yahushua could have blended in with the people of people of Egypt, Ham, with those Hamites there for 3 years. If if he looked like this, it would have been easy to be spotted out. Clearly, would have been easy, you know. So that's a cut. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Something to think about. Matthew 22:36. Um, one of part of the one of the laws. Matthew 22:36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Yahweh shall stand unto them. Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. And, again, if you love the Lord all thy soul with thy mind and all thy heart, you're going to know that, and you're going to do a diligent search and know that the so-called white man has lied to our people. And due to this Cesare Borgia and the white supremacy, so-called blacks, Latino, Hispanics, they hate each other and they have no regard and they think they don't need each other. But it's all by the disguise of this image, which, damn, I think I'll close it out. But, y'all get my point. One more, Exodus 20. Because the Lord told our people not to make any images. It's Exodus 20. Yeah, Exodus 20:1, and Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other powers before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord, thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. So this is important. It's something to think about. Who is this man right here? Let me just pull it back up. Cesare Borgia. Who is this man? Why did the so-called white man? Well, we know why. He's a devil. He's your enemy. And you go, Jesus Christ. Go to images. And bam. I don't want my internet going slow. There you go. If like the scripture just said in Revelation, the first chapter, they only saw his feet. So who the hell is this guy? How did they know? And where did they get this image from? It didn't describe his cubits in his face. When you go on 2K or play FIFA, you make your created player. He has jaw, ears, eyes, nose, jaw length, and so forth, color, hair. How the hell did they know? What source did they go from to erect this image? But I just showed you, this is of themselves. This is and you read about Baruch, the 6th chapter, I believe. Well, the epistle of Jeremiah. You go into Wisdom of Solomon. It also tells you about, I believe in Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. It tells you how Rodrigo Borgia, the father of Cesare Borgia, due to him dying at a young age, Cesare Borgia, he pretty much made an image of him. Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo, which were, homosexuals and so forth. And even Cesare Borgia was a wicked man. The Borgias was wicked as hell. And I believe he killed his sister's husband, his sister's husband, just so he can get with her. So it's again, man, something to ponder on for the people that stumbles across, say that we teaching hate and so forth. Hey, think about this. We know, but hey, for the listeners and so forth, you know, who is this man? Why would a so-called white man, if he's such a loving and a good man, such a human being, why did he put this image up and erect it and put it and broadcast it all through Hollywood, the TV, and across the four corners? And with that, say Shalom.